Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sunit Nair, and you are listening to Sunit's podcast. It stumps on day 3 of the first test between India and England, a frustrating day for both India and the Indian fans. In the first segment of today's podcast, we'll take a look at the recap of the day. Then we'll look what went well for the day, what went bad, perfect moment for the day, and we'll have the player of the day as well. Let's look at the recap for the day. Harry Brook and Ollie Pope started the day off, but the partnership did not last long. Ollie Pope chased a wide delivery of Prasidh Krishna, nicking it back to Rishabh Pant. Jamie Smith came in, stitched a partnership with Harry Brook for 73 runs and put the Indian bowlers on the back foot. Prasidh Krishna and Siraj leaked runs. They especially took a liking for Mohammad Siraj. He bowled his heart out, but without any success. He ended up the day with 2 for 122 of his 27 overs at 4.5 runs and over. Krishna ended the day with 3 for 128 of his 20 overs at 6.4 runs and over, which is not acceptable if you are the first change bowler. And for the fourth bowler, Shardul Thakur was never utilised by Shubman Gill at all. He bowled a total of just 6 overs and considered a total of 38 runs. Harry Brook stitched a very good 73-run partnership with Smith and another 49 runs with Chris Stokes. Once Harry Brook was dismissed on 99, trying to hook Prasidh Krishna for a 6, Chris Stokes and Brendan Cars got together. They stitched a lower order partnership for 55 runs, frustrated the Indian bowling attack. India went short at both Vokes and Cars, which I thought was foolish. Yorkers were not at all attempted, and finally it was a Yorker which castled Cars. India were able to bundle out England for 465 runs and take a meager lead of 6 runs. So at the end of first innings, there is no difference between the Indian and the English innings. In reply for second innings, Yashasvi Jaiswal fell early for India. Sai Sudarshan and KL Rahul steadied the ship. KL Rahul looked really good in the shots that he has played for the day, and Sai Sudarshan a little bit skittish in the beginning, but he started to find his rhythm. Stokes came back and took his wicket. So Sai Sudarshan in his very first test match ended up with 30 runs of 48 deliveries. Towards the end of the day, Shubman Gill came in, scored a boundary before umpire called it a day. So India end the day at 90 runs for 2 wickets. Lead is at 96. So we'll move to the second session, which is the good that happened in the day. And it is none other than Jasprit Bumrah with another 5 for. He ended the first innings at 5 for 83. His 12th 5 for away from India, matching the most number of 5-4s of both Kapil Dev and Nishant Sharma. He remains a class apart from rest of the bowling. It is a pity that India doesn't have a support bowler for Jasprit Bumrah, and I am terrified of the thought that what will happen to the Indian cricket team's bowling attack during when the Bumrah is rested for a couple of test matches in this series. He has said that he will be playing only for 3 of the 5 test matches. So how India will manage without Jasprit Bumrah is still a big question mark. So that's one of the good things that happened. Another good thing that happened is KL Rahul's second innings. His 47 looked very fluent. Some of the cover drives were gorgeous. He looked like the most promising technical batsman in the Indian side currently, and he has a big role to play tomorrow. Probably I expect him to go on, make a big daddy 100, cement his position. Let's see if KL Rahul makes a big innings tomorrow. I just do not want him to score yet another 50, 60 or a 70 run innings. He needs to go on and make 100, and it should be a big 100 so that the opening slot remains his for the rest of the series as well as for the next few years to come. All the good for today. On the bat section, Indian fielding takes the first spot in the bat section. It was pathetic. There were so many dropped catches. There were so many misfields. India almost gifted almost 100 runs to England just by dropping catches. Harry Brook was dropped on 40. And when he was in 80s, he gave a very easy chance to Yashasvi Jaiswal at gully, and it was shelled as well. So he lived a charmed life. Indian fielding looked pathetic, and it needs a drastic improvement. It is one of the highest number of catches dropped by a Indian team in the last 5 years. That doesn't come as a surprise. Unless India improves their catching, it is going to be a long series for the Indian bowlers. The second bad thing is the support cast for Jasprit Bumrah. Uh, there was not even a single bowler who looked menacing in this track. Prasidh Krishna, even though he took 3 wickets, he was leaking runs. He almost went at 6.4 runs and over in a test match. And he didn't look like taking wickets. The English batsman found easy runs of Prasidh Krishna in every over. There was no pressure being created on any of the batsmen. Mohammad Siraj bowled his heart out, but I don't think he is good enough to be a number 2 bowler. He can come as a first change. India desperately needs someone to uh, step in and bowl from the other end when Jasprit Bumrah is bowling, or else any team is going to play out Jasprit Bumrah, try to maximize scoring from the other end, and that is what happened here as well. Um, if only India had one more bowler who could have supported Jasprit Bumrah, they would have had at least a 100-run lead, and at the end of the day, India would have been at least 200 ahead. Well, it was not the case to be. Let's move on to the moment of the day. Um, Harry Brook getting out on 99. He was living a charmed life. He was like a cat with 9 lives. He was given a reprieve by Jasprit Bumrah when he was on not, because of the no ball that Jasprit Bumrah bowled yesterday. And even today, he was given so many lives that he capitalized on. I genuinely feel like Harry Brook is one of the most luckiest batsmen in England for the last few years. Brook capitalizing on the mistakes of the opponents, and today was one such innings as well. Uh, he looked fluent, he looked aggressive whenever he was batting, but he was giving chances which India failed to take. Harry Brook missing out on 100 takes the moment of the day for me. And the player of the day is once again Jasprit Bumrah, has 5 for 83. He looked to be the only bowler who could take a wicket on this track, which seems to be flattening out. I have the win predictor at 35% for India, 35% for England, and a chance of 30% chance of a draw, unless one of the team collapses, and I hope that it is not India. Let's move on to the final session of today's podcast, which is looking forward for tomorrow. Tomorrow's day, if India has to win this test match, KL Rahul, Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant has to put on a big innings. Looking at the rate at which the England was scoring runs and looking at the India's bowling attack, India needs more than 400 runs to bat England out of the test match. So KL Rahul, Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, all these players have to step up. A couple of them have to score their centuries, bat England out completely. They do not have a chance of going after the innings, and they try to defend and play out for a draw, and that would give India a chance. But I'm just worried about the India's bowling attack, how they will manage the fourth innings. Except if the pitch deteriorates, provides a bit of spin to Ravindra Jadeja, he might come in handy, and we can always depend on Jasprit Bumrah. So if that happens, at least we'll be having 2 bowlers whom we can depend on to get India to a victory. For England, it is pretty simple. They need an Indian collapse tomorrow. Restrict them for below 300, 250, 300, and then chase it down. And if India scores anywhere less than 300 runs, I believe this English team is very much capable of scoring it within 50-60 overs. So that's the best possible scenario for England. I hope it's not a draw, but um, the pitch is so flat that we might see a draw in England after a very long time. So that's the podcast for today. Hope you like it. Give a like, leave a comment on what I can improve and what you are expecting out of me. Have a good day.